little plush, a little Stone Temple Pilots, a little 90s. Love that 90s flavor. Need to get back to that 90s flavor. Just like the Dallas Cowboys, really got to get back to that 90s flavor. All right, what's up, everybody? This is your boy, Philip Enriquez, for the Say What You Like Sports Podcast, and I really ain't got nothing better to do right now on a Sunday night than to talk a little football, because, quite frankly, I'm excited, and hopefully you guys out there are excited, or just as excited as I am. Cowboys are set to travel to Oxnard for training camp this week, so I'm excited. But what about your guys' teams out there? I mean, this is the time of the year, I call it the most wonderful time of the year, because all 32 NFL teams right now have hope. All 32 NFL teams' dreams are still alive. It is time to build our seasons brick by brick, and it starts with training camp. So we're all excited. I mean, let's just take a franchise like my co-host, the San Francisco 49ers. They were really excited this time last year, but injuries quickly just pulled the rug out from under them, and it came crashing. But now, good news. Hey, Nick Bosa gets drafted number 2 overall, and now the San Francisco 49ers have 5 first-round draft picks on the defensive line. So it's something to be hopeful about, something to just get your hopes up, get excited, and get ready to see it all take place on the field. You know what I mean? But we can go other places in the NFL. The Cleveland Browns. The Browns, man. The lowly Browns, but we can't really call them that any longer, can we? Because now the Browns look like one of the most talented teams in the NFL. I repeat, one of the most talented teams in the NFL. Baker Mayfield, man. Baker Mayfield has turned this thing around. We're talking about Myles Garrett, one of the best young up-and-coming pass rushers in the game today. OBJ, for all you want to say about this guy and his attitude, the skill set is there. So the Cleveland Browns, man, they are hopeful. They can make some noise. Maybe they can even win the division, the AFC North, taking it from the likes of perennial playoff teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. And then another division that I know a lot of you guys out there are big fans of, the AFC West. Chiefs, Chargers, you've got Raiders, and of course, you got the Denver Broncos. But, they're kind of like 4th place. You know what I mean? Like they're the 4th most popular team in that division. And Raiders fans, man, you had a bad year last season, a real bad year. This Gruden experiment did not get off to a good start. But you guys got AB. How excited must you be to know that offense has AB, the most talented wide receiver in the league? Now, I'm not a big AB fan because of his, whether you want to call them off the field or in the locker room distractions. AB to me is the biggest distraction in the league. But he got paid. Hopefully he's happy, and he's got a lot to prove in Oakland. John Gruden, he's got a lot to prove. This man is getting buku bucks to come back and be that coach that's going to get the Raiders fan base excited for the move to Las Vegas. And how is this going to affect Derek Carr? Is Derek Carr going to become the quarterback that we saw him start to be a couple of years ago before the back injury? With AB, I know this. It can't do nothing but help, at least on the field, at least for a year until AB, probably screws with the kid's head. But reasons for optimism, the Chargers, this team, year after year after year, gets hurt, often injured, and yet they're still in it. This team made the playoffs last season as a wild card, and again, that roster was just riddled with injuries. So they got a lot of guys coming back. They got to be excited. And the Chiefs, the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs, my favorite non-Cowboy in the league, Patrick Mahomes right now, man. My homeboy. This dude is like magic on the field. I cannot wait and see what magic he pulls off as his second year in the league as a starter. You know, it's going to be his third year in the league, but second as a starter. And, it's just everybody's got reasons for optimism. The Cowboys, I'm optimistic. Hear me out, Cowboys fans. I'm more optimistic about this season than I have been in a while. I got to say, in 2017, I was really optimistic, but the whole Zeke suspension just really, really derailed 2017 because all was well at 6-2. We were ready to be that dominant team in the NFC until, the bottom fell out from under us with the Zeke 6-game suspension. But hopefully we will not have any of those distractions. I really hope Zeke does not plan on holding out for training camp. That would really get this team off on the wrong foot in training camp. But if all goes well, this is the most talented rendition of the Cowboys I've seen since, I want to go back to 2008, 2007. That's the way I'm looking at it. And hey, 2014 Cowboys, they kind of came out from nowhere. Now, I know that team was talented, but nobody had these kind of expectations. 2010, they had high expectations, but then they started 1-7. It was terrible. Wade Phillips blew it. That was high expectations as well, but not quite as talented of a roster as we got right now going into 2019. I'm just excited, man. I can't wait for the NFL season to start. Hopefully you guys can either. And again, if you love to hear NFL talk, there's something you want to talk about, hit me up on the Twitter, hit me up on the Facebook, hit me up. Let's get the discussion going here on the Say What You Like Sports podcast. We got you down for this 2019 NFL season.